Hi Terry, I'm Taylor. I'm going to be your nurse today. So we just had a scheduled appointment, right? Um, and I was wondering if we could go ahead and talk about your smoking habits today.
Yeah, I guess that's alright.
Yeah, I realized that you were recently diagnosed with asthma, so we were going to go ahead and look into what we could maybe do to help that. So I was just going to go ahead and ask do you smoke? Have you ever smoked?
Yeah, I do smoke. I smoke unfiltered Camel cigarettes.
Okay. How long have you been smoking for?
Probably since I was 14 or so.
14? So it's been about 10 years then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then besides the asthma, is there anything that you've noticed that may be like a side effect of your smoking?
Yeah, I have shortness of breath a lot, and I get a lot of sinus infections. Yeah.
Okay. So can we go ahead and keep on with this conversation, and can I offer you some advice as we go through with it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So you started smoking at 14. What caused you to start smoking?
Probably it was a few things. My dad died that year, and I went into a depression, and that kind of helped me with both of them.
Okay, so you've used it as a coping mechanism since then. Okay. So besides using it as a coping mechanism, so that would probably be something really helpful that the cigarettes do for you. Are there any other things that you see as positive that come from smoking?
Probably that it just makes me feel really relaxed, and it helps me because I used to be very depressed, and I've been going to group meetings and stuff since then and getting better, but smoking helps me keep my mind off of being depressed.
Okay. So those are the positive things that smoking helps you with. How about we turn it and look at a couple of the negative things? So we already listed asthma. Is there anything else?
Probably the fact that my dad died of lung cancer from smoking, and my brother won't let me smoke around my niece, and it kind of affects all the activities I like to do.
Right. Okay, so now that we've been over those negative things, if we were to take a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being no, you don't think it's important to change at all, and 10 being that yes, I think I really need to change, how would you rate that?
Probably a 3. I really don't think it's that important right now. I'm still young.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and tell you that it could really benefit you to stop smoking right now. You said your father died of lung cancer, correct? Usually that comes from years of smoking, and the sooner you quit, the healthier you'll be for the rest of your life. It'll help with your vascular problems, cardiac problems, things like that. But we can get into that a little later. So you said it's not very important for you to change right now. How likely then do you think you would be to change right now on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably like a 2.
A 2? Okay, so why don't we look at some of the negatives that would come from you quitting smoking? So if you stop smoking, what are some things that would be bad?
I think that if I were to stop smoking, I wouldn't have that distraction to keep my mind off of being depressed, and I would relapse and fall back into being depressed.
Okay, so a big factor in you smoking is your depression and coping with it. Do you know of any other ways that you could use to help you cope with your depression besides smoking? Any activities, people?
Well, I have a lot of friends I know that would help me, but I also like to do outdoorsy stuff.
So what do you like to do outside?
I like to hike.
You like to hike? Okay. Have you ever noticed while you're hiking shortness of breath, anything like that?
Yeah, I have to stop a lot while I'm hiking because my chest feels really heavy, like I feel like I can't breathe, but I never really thought it was from smoking. I thought it was just from the weather and the altitude change. I just didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah. So do you think you can see how those could be correlated now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So if you decided to cut back on your use or even quit, it could help with a lot of things. You could see your niece, right? Your brother would let you around her, and then your hiking, your outdoors activities would probably be a little better, easier for you. What are some other positives that quitting could bring?
I would be able to hang out with my niece more. That'd be cool. My clothes wouldn't smell as bad all the time. I probably wouldn't feel sick all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so we can go ahead right now and talk about, even though you're not super ready to cut back, some steps we could take to cut back. So do you have any ideas of like what would help you to maybe smoke less?
Maybe if I had some other type of distraction or reinforcement.
Right. Yeah, that's a great idea. So you could maybe go with family, maybe take your niece out for the day because if you can't smoke around her anyway, that would be a good influence. Yeah, those are really great steps. We could also get you in a class with other people who are trying to maybe quit smoking and get you integrated into that environment. Yeah. So besides that, how does it feel with your depression just thinking about smoking?
It gives me anxiety thinking about my depression relapsing if I were to quit smoking. So I think I would probably have to attend more group meetings.
Right. Well, we can certainly get you signed up for some of those. Would you be open to that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Okay. And then besides that, do you think you're any more inclined after we've talked to maybe quit or cut back on your smoking habits?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? Good. All right. So after that, do you think we could schedule a follow-up appointment?
Sure.
Sure. All right. Well, that sounds great.